I'm on top of the hill behind my house, and I haven't been coming up here very much lately because I've had so much work to do down there with irrigating and draining the lower land where the pigs are. There's my house where the smoke's coming out, the buildings. There's my sister's ground, that far field. That row of pallets is all infill that I can use for faux cuts. And what's close to me here is, I'll show you in a minute, but here's the mountain. And I'm up here because I'm going to go back into the woods to a water source that I haven't really done much with for probably 2 years. But this year I'm going to. Now's the time. Now, here close, or let me finish the circle. Now close, all this stuff that looks all tumbled, now that's to be burnt. There, in the center of a gur. But the rest of these pallets and platforms, they're 8 faux cuts that are aimed all or centered all around a central fire. And right there I'm going to build a gur. And this year I probably will do it. I have the materials. And everything you're looking at is either firewood or else material for these 8 faux cuts. It doesn't take long to build them. But anyway, this all has that disastrous look. I'm going to go back in the woods. Oh, and one other thing, there's an aqueduct I'll be walking across. Now, it's not raised up above the ground. Well, the ground's raised. And then I'm going to go back into the woods. There's the aqueduct. There's no water in it. There's water on the left side and the right side, but that's just from the rainwater. I'm hoping within the next 2-3 weeks I'll be able to get water here. At this point I go underground and I take that water to where that hole is right there, and there I plant a small windmill to lift the water so that it goes all the way up to the top, to the center of that gur. That probably doesn't look like much at all, but it's a lot to me. That's a dry Bisse, and it is a genuine Bisse, B-I-S-S-E. I'm going to put water in it. I'm hoping within 24 hours I'll have water in it. Where's the water going to come from? Well, down there. That's the natural drain. Ignore that plastic that I'm drawing your attention to. I'll clean that up. That has to do with work I was doing up there. Let's walk along this for a little. I carved this with a pick right into the mine face. It's full of leaves. Turkeys or deer, one or the other, have dug it up. But I'm going to walk on past to where that yellow bucket is. There's the first sign of surface water that I'm bringing here. I'm going to rake the leaves out of the way, and there's where that water's coming from. There's a lot of soaking in on its way to get out there to the field. That's where I was. And now I'm at what I call Grandpa Jim Weir, is what I should call it. Grandpa Jim Dam is what I've called it. And obviously lots of water's going by. I can save that. I can keep it from running away. I've got these cloths up here, which I've used for that purpose before, but I've neglected this for at least 2 years. Well, I'm going to clean it out a little bit and then head on back. I've put that stick there as a marker for my cleaning. That's how far it is at the moment. Now I'm going to go back up to the weir and stop up some of those leaks. You can maybe see here in the camera that the water's coming, but I want to make it out to the field by Palm Sunday, which is about 3 weeks away, I think, 2 or 3 weeks away. I don't know if I can do that. Well, for now, what I did was I took this cloth. That's polyester. It will not, sadly, it will not biodegrade. And I just pulled, well, you can see what I did. I pulled it up out of the Bisse and laid it over the bank. Now, it'll spring all kinds of leaks there, but for the time being, I think that's the way to get the most water down. So now I'm going to see how much further I can take that water. Well, I should give this tortoise shell a name. I'm going to take him, and that's how far I got just now. But I'll put them down there, and then I'm going to continue because I've got a pretty strong flow right now. So I'm picking him up. I'm going to walk down along the Bisse. There's a name for this. It's called Grandpa Jim Bisse. And that dam back there, which is actually a weir, I call Grandpa Jim Dam. All right, I'm going to put the tortoise shell down. Hey, I'll take suggestions for names for him. And let's see how far I can take this water. There comes the water as I've cleared the leaves and stuff out of the Bisse. So let's walk back and see if I can find the nameless turtle shell. I have to clean him up so he doesn't disappear. There he is. So that's what I got just in that little time. I'm just going to keep doing this as long as the water's going this fast. You see it's leaking right there. No matter. Now it's slowed up because it's got a lot of soaking to do into the forest floor. There's the nameless turtle shell, and that's as far as it's going right now. I cleaned it out a little bit ahead, and I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it reach that big tree with the little tree beside it today. I may come up again this evening, but now as I say, it takes much more time. So here's been our first visit of the year to Grandpa Jim Dam. Here's another weir, a little lower on the mountain. I think I called this Jeffrey Weir, or Jeffrey Dam originally, before I realized I should call them weirs. It's sending a lot of water now, and it was blocked. Now I did maintain this for a good part of last year, but then I stopped by the fall. We'll follow it. I could have kept this open probably all winter, but it was more work than it was worth at the time. Anyway, this is that new supply of water reaching water that's laying there, because what it's reaching now is what I'd be more likely to call a zanja, because it's dead level from there all the way out to where I'll show you. But not this. This is running. This is like a Bisse. This is a supply. A Bisse and a Secchia, a Levada, a Suon. They're in many places of the world. Now, I've got a lot I can do with this water. I'll be showing you over the next few days. Here, that's where the water was laying just from the rain and what's coming out of the ground as the ground thaws. The last time I filmed, I was all the way back by those pines. That was there already. Now, given that supply of water that I've just given it, I have no doubt whatsoever that it will, by this evening, it will have reached near where that apple tree is, and that's where I let it drop.